Hey, if you haven't subscribed this channel, please subscribe now. It would motivate us to put more effort in creating such videos. Let's start the video. Hello and welcome to Monday.com tutorial. Monday.com is a cloud-based work management platform that enables businesses to create and customize their own applications and workflows. It's often referred to as a work OS or a work operating system because it's designed to be a comprehensive system for managing various aspects of work, including projects and task management, marketing and brand endorsing, HR and recruiting, task tracking and collaboration, and so on. And surprisingly, Monday.com has a very generous free to use plan. As I mentioned, Monday.com is a web-based tool. So to use the Monday.com, you would have to jump into Monday.com. And before getting started, Monday.com, I would like to have a look at the pricing, the models which Monday.com offers. So if you are a smaller company or you would like to manage a few projects or a task, maybe a free option isn't a bad choice for you at all as well. Because the free plan of a Monday.com also offer you to create the 3 boards, unlimited docs, 200 plus templates, 8 column types, and it's compatible both with the iOS and the Android apps. And there could also be up to the 2 seats. That being said, the 2 user can use the Monday.com for free at one time. And obviously, if you have a bigger team, you can upgrade your free plan to the basic, standard, or pro. Or after trying the free plan for 1 week, you can still stick to the free plan for rest of the time. So that being said, if you could manage your workflow within 3 boards, you are good to go with the free plan. You don't have to pay anything at all. Now let's go back. For the very first time, of course, you would have to sign up. And for that, either you can click here, get started, or right on the top, get started. Let's click right here. Now here, either you can continue with your company email address, or if you are using a Monday.com for your private time management, some task management, then you can also continue with the Google. Right click there, choose your account, sign into Monday.com, continue. Just give a few information, maybe a personal, continue. And we would like to perform maybe a product management or others, continue. The next option is select what you would like to focus on first, maybe a project planning, continue. Other, one last question, how did you hear about it? Maybe a YouTube if you would like, continue. The very first time, once you have started Monday.com, initially Monday.com also asks that who else is in your team. And if you would like to invite somebody else to your team, you could write here the email address and choose either that person is an admin or a member. And definitely you can add the more team members and choose their rights. Either they are admin and members. Admin can invite and manage new users, and member can add and edit contents. At this stage, I'm going to skip it and going to click on remind me later. And now we have to give a name to our board. In Monday.com, a board is the main interface where users organize and manage their work. It functions like a virtually whiteboard, allowing users to track tasks, projects, and any other workflow related information. In Monday.com, boards are highly customizable, enabling users to tailor their setup to suit their specific needs and preferences. So let's take any dummy project. For the sake of a tutorial, I take an example of web development project and then hit on next. Now let's select the columns of the boards. Now, as you can see on the right side here, that's something kind of a template which Monday.com has created for us. Of course, I would love to have a column of a timeline, definitely owner. The status would also like to monitor, and priority would also be interesting to add, and so on and so forth. Now let's jump in again, press next. We can discuss the dashboards later on. Let's skip it, press next. Let's get starting and then we play around with the Monday.com. All right, congratulations. Our very first Monday.com board has been created. Now, before really start working on this project web development, let's understand the user interface of monday.com. Top left, there is a home button. If we press it, we can go to the home user interface. There is information regarding the recently visited, your projects and your boards and your dashboards. On the right hand side, it's asking to kind of complete the profile, upload a picture, enables a notification, give the basic credential, and so on and so forth. Next is a My Work tab. As we have just started the monday.com, there isn't any task is being assigned to me. My Work tab is kind of a personal to-do reminder tab for each user. Once you have assigned any task and you are working on a different projects, and if it's harder for you to track which task has the highest priority, what's the due date, and what you have to do and what's the status, then of course you can come to the My Work tab and have a look. And then if we go to the more, here are the quick searches. You can click on the quick search and give for example, the any search, and then you will find out the results for that. So next is the workspace. At the moment, we have only one workspace named as a main workspace. If you want, you can also, of course, change name. I can give it a name only projects. We are going to manage the projects in this workspace. And workspace is a fundamental unit of organization that helps manage multiple departments, teams, and projects in a single unified space. Think of it as a container for boards, dashboard, and other related items, allowing you to separate and organize your work effectively. So if you would like, you can of course invite the other team members here as well by selecting their email address and of course giving them the permission. Now at this stage we have only one board, so I click on the web development board. This is then we come here. You can also come to this project or this board by clicking directly right here. So very first in the beginning, once you jump to the board, of course on the top is given the name of our board, web development project. So at the very first view, of course, you will find out that there are the two groups, such as the to do here, and of course the second group is completed. If I would like, I can add new group here as well. We can give a new group a name as well. Maybe we call it a marketing group. Hit enter, and now we have created a new group. So these are the three groups. So in monday.com, a group is a color-coded section on a board that helps you organize and categorize your items rows. It's a way to split your data and view it in a different ways, like by project phase, client, or status. So as we are working on a web development project, I would like to categorize these groups in three teams. Let's jump in and call the first group, let's say these are the sales group. The second one, I would like to call it engineering. And the third one is, of course, we have given a name, marketing. So if we go through each component of a group, then of course the very first column is of a task where you can give the task. Like for the salespeople, once you double click on the task, you can give a name here, meeting with the potential customer. Down here, of course, you can add some update as well. For example, you can type in the customer, whatever the name, would like to have a website for the auto workshop being developed, something like that if you want. If there is a team member to your group, of course, with the help of you can type in their email address of a particular team member, or you can invite the whole team just by mentioning everyone on this board. If you would like, you can of course add some attachment, add some GIF, or even the emojis. Let's click on update. So this is like our first task is created. The next column is of owner. Here, by clicking invite a member, if you have any member in your team, you can type in and give a name. Then the next one is a status. If you want to create a more label for your status, then of course you can just click on the status one label, go to the edit label, new label. You can select any color. Let's say we choose a royal color and we add a label, and you can give it a title, waiting for the customer, at enter, and then you have created another label. If you would like to change the status for the task, then you just click here, come waiting for the customer. If you would like to choose this label, and then the status of this task has been changed. So any project manager or team leader would like to have a look at what's the status of task to arrange a meeting with the customer. So you can from here understand the team member is waiting for the customer to arrange a meeting. It's quite intuitive. You can give here some due date. Let's pick up a due date of 13. The priority you can also select if it is a high, critical, low. Let's select it's a medium, and then the timeline, let's keep it as a hitman. Now in the next column, there is also a possibility to add more column. Let's click here, plus on add. You can add some numbers here. So here you can give some estimated potential that how much you could earn by doing this project. So let's say we give here 15,000 euros, and then you can track here the sum as well. So if we have a look again, add to the column, the status we have. If you would like to add some links, you can still do it. The numbers, the people, the timeline, all of these things we have already added to our group sales. Okay, so now let's make it a little bit detailed. Now let's say in the next stage the customer has given an order that you can develop a website for them. Go jump to the task 2 and we type in order received, and then press enter, close. Wherever the team member, I give it to myself. Now the status is done. We have golden order. Let's put up date maybe 15. Now at this stage you can say that the salespeople have done their task, and now the project comes to the engineering. For the engineering, of course, they would have to do a bit more work. Here the first stage for them is the add a task, information gathering. The next task for them would be planning. Just hit enter and you can add the new task. The third task could be design. The next task could be development, testing and deployment, and finally for the maintenance. All right, so now once the engineering has created the task, of course can assign to the team member. In this case only me is a team member. I can assign this task to myself. If there are other members, you can definitely assign this task to the other people. And then here you can give a different status to this task. Let's say the information gathering is being done, the planning phase is working on it. Let's say for the design I'm still stuck, development is not started, testing and development and maintenance is still not started. We can also give some due dates here. Let's start it, make it a 20 May, working on it. Let's say it's a 21 on one day. The stack is also like on 21 and not started, right? So the priority, of course, this was very, very critical. It has been started. Let's give it a high, medium. We define, just for the sake of our understanding, different priorities to get the feel that how does it looks like. All right, now here once again I don't have to mention the numbers again for the engineering, so I would just leave it empty. So now as you can see that it has become a quite intuitive, quite attractive, the project board. Now if you would like to add some new task in your group, you can select here new task, and the new task would be added by selecting it. Of course, if you would like to add the sub item to your task, then you can click on it and then add the sub item to your task. Or if you would like to delete any task, just right click and hit on the delete and the task will be deleted. If you would like to search any task, for example, I would like to search the order information, I would just hit on the order, click, and then I have directly jumped to the order received. Then I can find out the status, the owner. If you would like to set some filter, of course you can apply some filter here, and you can also add the more groups as you wish. Now if you would like to change the theme of your project board, just go to your profile picture, right click there, go to theme, and then we have at the moment is a light. Let's try the dark one. Then I would say now the project board looks more colorful. If you would just try to change another theme to the night one, then it's a complete black. I would like to go back to the dark mode. Let's stick with the dark mode. And in case if you would like to change the language in monday.com, you of course once again come to your profile, go to my profile, and then come to the language and region. And there you can select the language that you would like for your monday.com. Hit on that language and that language will be selected. Let's cross back. Now apart project boards, there is also a very handy tool, is a dashboard, where in the dashboard you can connect the different projects boards, or even can show the different KPIs of a project into that board. Now, if you would like to create a dashboard, then go to your project workspace, hit on the add button, add item to workspace, and here click on the dashboard. Once you click it, the dashboard will be created. Now let's go our dashboard, which we have already created. Now the dashboard, you can connect the different project boards to the dashboard. You can add the different KPIs, or also you can add the different widgets as well. So let's go to add some more widgets. I would like to also have the Gantt chart of our project. So you can have a look at that just at a click that the Gantt chart is being created, provided the information that we have given to our project board. I would also like to have some numbers just to showcase what is the order value. Let's click on more widgets to find out what else is here. There is some workload, the overviews, the pivot boards. There are also some the countdown and the quote of the day. Now just to excite the spirit up, I would also like to add the quote of the day. If I just click on the add widgets, come down here, here is a quote of the day: success is not final, fear is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts. So a quote from Winston Churchill. If you would like, you can add this widget. If not, just leave it. All right, so if there are more projects board that you have and you would like to add it into the similar dashboard, of course, you come here, search for the board, and then click on done. Then boom, your another project board would also be added to the similar dashboard. Now in the end, there is a very useful tool that I personally like to use in the project management is the automation. So even in the free plan, there is also possibility to automate some tasks. And for that, I come back to my project board. Let's go to the automate. And it's quite simple to automate some basic tasks. So for example, if you would like to notify someone when some date is arrived, then we can use this template. Hit on use template, click on when a date is arrived. Yeah, so in our case, the date is a due date. Then notify. There you can write a small description that what you would like to notify, and then give it to the someone. Then you can add the team member here. In this case, only me is a team member. I'm going to write here my name, and then I can create automation. And whenever the due date arrives, then I would get a notification email from the monday.com as a reminder for me that, hey, due date has arrived. Check again the status. Either this task has been completed or not. And similarly, if you would like to notify someone when status is changed, then you can use the similar status. Or when an item is created, you would like to assign somebody, you can use this template here. It's very, very easy. When an item is created, that's assign a creator as whoever the team member that you would like to select. Just select the person, continue automation, and then every time when the task is created, the person would get notified. Other than that, there are also some connectors available, for example, with the Gmail, Google Calendar, or the Outlooks. So there is a plenty of options that you can use with the monday.com. Just go through them. They are quite intuitive, easy to do, and are quite fun. And finally, if you would like to keep everyone on the stage, on the status of a project by updating them through SMS or messages, you can click on integrate, and with the help of a Twilio, whenever some column changes, you can call somebody and say the text, or you can send a message, or there's also a possibility to integrate Asana, Box, Cooper, Meta. I mean, there are plenty of options or the connect that you can integrate with the monday.com. And pretty much that's it. It's very intuitive and helpful tool. It's more or less like a learning by doing. The more you use it, more you learn it. If you have any questions, do let me know.